All right, everyone, let's dive into today's topic: strategies to mitigate the impact of anchoring bias. Imagine you're shopping for a high-ticket item and the first price you see sets your expectations for what it should cost. That's anchoring bias at work. So how do we avoid letting that initial piece of information sway our judgments too much? First off, let's understand what anchoring is all about. It happens when an individual relies heavily on the first piece of information they encounter when making decisions. This can be a problem because sometimes that initial information might not actually reflect reality accurately. Now, here's where we get into how to combat it. One effective strategy is to actively seek out alternative pieces of information before making your decision. For example, if you're considering buying a house, don't just look at the first one you see, but browse multiple listings to get a broader sense of pricing and features. Another useful tactic is to set aside time for reflection after being presented with an initial piece of information. This gives you space to think beyond that anchor and consider other factors or viewpoints. It's like pausing before jumping into action. It can help you see the bigger picture. Additionally, try to approach situations with a questioning mindset. Ask yourself, is this price fair? Are there any hidden costs? Or does this really meet my needs? Questioning helps challenge those initial impressions and invites you to explore further. Lastly, developing your awareness about anchoring bias itself can be incredibly powerful. Knowing that it exists and how often it influences our thinking can make us more vigilant in spotting its effects and adjusting accordingly. So there you have it. By seeking out alternative information, reflecting before acting, questioning assumptions, and being aware of this common cognitive shortcut, we can minimize the impact of anchoring bias on our decision-making processes.